Okay, so for week one, fall 2021 anime, we got a bunch of cool shows. All right, what are these names? Let me check the list. Takt Op Destiny, Platinum End, Blue Period, The World's Finest Assassin gets reincarnated. Damn, what are all these names? I'm so confused. Oh, we got some familiar shows too, though. We have Komi-san, Can't Communicate, 86 Season 2, Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Demon Slayer. So yeah, I'm excited to watch all these animes. I'm here to review all of them, so maybe save you some time and pick the ones you like. So yeah, let's get into it. I'll also try to keep the spoilers to a minimum just to increase the enjoyment for the beginning parts of the season. So yeah, let's get into it. Starting off with Takt Op Destiny episodes 1 to 2. So this is an original anime made by Madhouse and Mappa, so they're both working on it. So it's pretty crazy. I'm kind of expecting the animation quality and the production values to be super high. So yeah, I'm like kind of like excited because I don't know anything about what's gonna happen here. But like watching the first two episodes, it's very heavy Symphogear vibes going on. We see like magical girls fighting these like kind of moon demons coming from like this meteorite crashing onto Earth, and also takes place in America, so that's kind of cool. It's kind of like a post-apocalyptic world where there's like cities that are functioning. So yeah, our main cast consists of Takt, who is like this black-haired conductor who controls like magical girls, and then the magical girl he controls is this girl Koseto. And then her name is also Destiny when she transforms, but her like kind of a street name is Koseto. And we also have Anna, who's like the big sister guiding them to New York. And then yeah, she speaks a lot of English as well. She's like, "Shut up, Pooh, shut up." And then yeah, she tries to keep the peace. Tact is kind of like edgy, like he only likes to play his piano. He doesn't really have any goals of his own besides that. Destiny, she wants to kill all the D2s, all the demons. So yeah, that's her goal. And Anna just wants to go to New York. So I guess like there's a lot of heavy music themes. Like, oh, once you made it to New York, it's like kind of like a homage to Carnegie Hall, where it's like, that's like your final stage of like, oh, you made it in the music industry. Besides that, there's like a bunch of cool themes, like a bunch of quirky characters and interactions. So yeah, it seems like they're just like going on a road trip to New York. They're kind of like in the Midwest United States. So yeah, they're like fighting all these evil monsters while like traveling in their journey. The first two episodes are pretty good. It just kind of like sets up the whole world, sets up these quirky characters, as well as just like telling us some of their backstories, but not like fully fleshed out yet. So I guess I'm very excited for this anime. Like I just have no idea what's gonna happen, but I'm digging the Symphogear vibes. Also, the title, I was like kind of confused at first. What does this mean? Does this mean like Tactical Ops Destiny? But no, I'm guessing it means like Tact, who's like the main character, and then like he wrote an opus, so OP is short for opus. And then Destiny is the girl Kosato that he's fighting with. So if you combine all of that, like Tact created an opus called Destiny. So yeah, that's kind of cute. And I'm excited to see all our characters interact with each other. Maybe we'll make some friends along the way and see some cool villains. So maybe check this out. One of the more hype magical girl shows out there. Also next, we got Mieruko-chan, the girl who sees. Ooh, spooky. So yeah, episodes 1 to 3 so far. Yo, this is one of my favorite animes this season. I'm just like so happy for the story. It's basically Jujutsu Kaisen mixed with cute girls doing cute things. So probably one of my favorite combinations of stuff, I guess. So our main character is Mieruko-chan, and she can see like evil demons across the world. She can see cursed spirits. The thing is though, like no one else can see them. And they kind of like ask her, "Oh, can you see me? Can you acknowledge me?" And they kind of like harass her, and then she just ignores them because she doesn't know what's going to happen if she like acknowledges them. If she stops ignoring them, are they going to just kill her? So she's like super scared. I also love the art style here because Mirko-chan, she has like kind of bags in her eyes. She looks like dead inside. So yeah, she's trying to survive this world where she randomly gets to see cursed spirits one day, and she just has to ignore them or else they'll attack her. So yeah, our main girl is Miko, and then she has some like cool high school friends. This girl Hana, who's like basically made for fan service. There's so much fan service in this anime, so many weird, creepy angles. But hey, I'll take it, I guess. And yeah, they're just hanging out, but like the fact that Miko can just see cursed spirits all the time, like her daily life is just so hard. It's like sometimes they're harassing her while she's sleeping, while she's in the bathroom. They're attacking all her other friends, but like they don't really notice anything. So yeah, Miko's just trying to ignore all these cursed spirits while living her life. So it seems like a mix of like slice of life with like just horror aspects. So I'm excited to see this anime because it's just like cute girls doing cute things mixed with like some unique, different type of story. Okay, and now we got Blue Period episodes 1 to 2. So this is a Netflix anime. which is pretty decent. They have a cool story. I like how they draw the characters. They look super realistic actually. And they're releasing episodes weekly though. So yeah, for Netflix, I think this is kind of like a first for anime where you can usually just binge the whole season instantly, but maybe they're experimenting because they're probably gonna do something similar with JoJo Part 5 coming up soon. But yeah, besides that, this anime's pretty good. It's like very realistic about like some dude trying to discover himself about like high school. Our main guy's name is Yaguchi. He's kind of like a delinquent. He has like dyed blonde hair, and then he hangs out with his boys at Shibuya all the time. He's also really good at studying though. He's like gets high grades. So it's like he's living two sides, but he hates both sides of his life. He hates studying in school because he doesn't see purpose in that, and he also hates hanging out with his friends because he also doesn't see a purpose in that. So yeah, my dude's kind of lost in life, but his parents are kind of poor, so he has to go to a good school. He has to have good grades. But then one day he comes across this girl in the art club, and he sees that her painting is really good. It's like this like nice green color. So yeah, that girl's name is Mori Senpai. She kind of inspires Yaguchi to paint, and then in the next art project, he draws the Shibuya skyline just with the color blue. So yeah, my dude, he loves the color blue, and now he's using it to kind of like express his feelings. And yeah, that's his first artwork, and now he's just like inspired. Yo, I'm gonna go to art school now. The thing is, the art school he's applying to has a 5% acceptance rate. So out of 200 people last year, only 5 people got accepted. So yeah, the odds are stacked against him. So he has to like try hard, convince his parents, keep studying, keep being skilled at art, and then hopefully he can make it to art school. There's like this cool art lady teacher who's like maybe one of the top anime teachers I've seen. See this girl Ryuchi in the art club who's like pretty athletic and also like kind of like a main girl character. So yeah, I love this as kind of like a high school discovering yourself anime. Definitely very good, very exciting, very inspiring anime. I'm excited to see our main guy Yaguchi succeed. So hopefully he does. All right, and we also got Platinum End, episodes 1 to 2. So this is kind of created by the same dude who wrote Death Note. So there's a lot of like kind of like thriller, action, gritty vibes. So this is pretty much fairly Odd Parents to anime, except a bit edgier. Where our main character Mirai, he's this like kind of dude going into high school, but he's like really depressed in life. His like parents died randomly one day, and then his aunt and uncle that adopted him just like abuse him every day. So he's just like, yeah, I had enough of this. I'm gonna just kill myself. He jumps off a building about to die, but before he hits the ground, before he gets isekai'd, he gets rescued by the best girl Nase, who's this cute angel being. She's like white, glowing, very like cute and radiating energy. And then she gives him the powers. She gives him these two arrows, this red arrow and this white arrow, and he's like, I guess he can do whatever he wants now. So yeah, these arrows have the power to control whoever he wants and kill whoever he wants. So if he hits you with the red arrow, you kind of fall in love with him and just like listen to him. And if he hits you with the white arrow, you just instantly die. So our dude Mirai, he's kind of like a generic good guy protagonist. He doesn't really want to abuse his powers or anything, so he's just like, bro, why'd you save me? I just want to die. But then yeah, he's part of like this kind of dumb plot about like becoming a god candidate. So yeah, he was chosen to like receive these arrows, receive like this angel being, and then there's 12 other people, so there's 13 total god candidates that also have like similar powers, and then they kind of have to fight each other until there's one left who's like the new god of the world. So yeah, like definitely like a crazy ass fantasy plotline. But I love how hard they're like kind of explaining the plot to us, the lore, because like yeah, I love how ridiculous it is. He doesn't want to abuse his power, so he just runs away. But then like he realizes that he has to kind of face it, so he's gonna go to high school and stuff and just like try to be happy. His mom told him to try to find like extreme happiness, so yeah, that's his goal, to be happy. So yeah, Nase gives him superpowers. He has the power of these two arrows. There's other god candidates that have also different powers. Some of them only have wings, and some of them have like only one arrow, so they don't have two arrows. So depending on how powerful your angel is, then that determines your power. So yeah, these god candidates, they have 999 days to kind of kill each other and become the last remaining god. So Mirai, he just wants to like be low key for now, go to school. So yeah, I wonder what he's gonna do. How like if he's gonna like interact with different people throughout the season, battle them. There's gonna be 24 episodes, so it's gonna be juicy, like a huge chunk of content. And the fact that this is written by the author of Death Note, there's like similar Death Note vibes, except it's like instead of like the Death Note, he has these angel arrows. There's one thing that's like kind of like depressing about this anime, where it's there's just nothing lighthearted about it. No jokes really. It's like the only jokes are them like kind of like laughing at how brutal they are. But yeah, there's just a lot of like crimes, like rape, murder, narcissism, trying to be the best. So yeah, there's a lot of like heavy stuff in this anime. It seems like it's going to be a continual train of like depression and action. So I wonder if Mirai will be able to do this, be the main character, and defeat all the other god candidates. Alright, and now we have some familiar other animes. Mushoku Tensei Part 2, episodes 1 to 2. I was definitely looking forward to this anime. It's such a good isekai. Part 1 was amazing. We just see Rudius doing his thing. Obviously, Rudius as a character isn't like a role model or anything. You shouldn't listen to him or follow him, but yeah, he's just living his life. The story's really good. They like kind of add things genuinely. There's like obviously common isekai tropes, but this kind of like invented all of them. So yeah, it uses them pretty well. We kind of leave off with Rudius, him and Eris. They're traveling back to their kingdom. They're hanging out with Rushierd and getting stronger. So yeah, like typical isekai setups. I really love these episodes so far. They seem to have the same quality. I think like the main thing here is that Rudius rescues this demon lord randomly. So he's just randomly getting more power ups. So I don't know if I can let this slide anymore. All this kind of convenient things happening to Rudius, but I guess like he has cheat codes. So yeah, sure. So he gets the gift of foresight. So he gets like this demon eyeball attached to his eyeball, and now he can kind of like see things happening before they happen. So yeah, Rudius is like a bit clairvoyant. He can kind of see like maybe 1-2 seconds into the future, which is pretty useful. And yeah, that's what we have so far. Them traveling, doing more isekai adventures. They have to get away home. They need money. We also see Roxy trying to find him with these two other people in our party. There's like this kind of like muscular dwarf dude, and there's also this like girl that has sex with a lot of people. So yeah, there was some random gangbang scene in episode 2. So yeah, this anime is still as horny as ever. So if you missed that, the horniness has I don't know, it feels like it's increased actually. So yeah, more jobless reincarnation. Pretty fun, cool isekai so far. Also, we have Komi Cannot Communicate. Komi-san, the anime. It's finally out. I have not read the manga at all, even though like I know it's like super hyped up. It's super long and super nice. So yeah, typical kind of high school setting. We see this girl. She's so beautiful. Everyone like thinks she's a queen. But her issue is that she cannot like talk. She has like severe anxiety, social anxiety. So yeah, she meets this dude Tadano who kind of like sits next to her, and then like they kind of like be friends, and then he realizes that she can't communicate. So he's like, "Oh, do you need help or anything?" And then she kind of like writes stuff on the blackboard, and then he responds to her, and then they become friends. So instantly they set up their friendship together. It's like we're gonna follow these two characters throughout this anime. Hopefully Komi can come out of her shell. But then the caveat is that like the high school they're in is filled with a bunch of weirdos, since the only entry to the high school is this interview. So they just picked whoever was like eccentric. So yeah, I guess everyone in this anime is gonna be weird and quirky. But yeah, I'm like so down to watch this. It's just like a really hyped up, nice slice of life show. There's a lot of cool, like funny narrations happening. So it seems like exactly how like reading the manga would be, except like, it's all animated now. So we got voice acting. Alright, and now we have 86 part 2. So this is kind of like the second core of 86. The first core was like 11 episodes, but here we'll get 12 more. So, episode 1 of this anime, it was like so cool, just like a bunch of like fan service showing you the characters how they glowed up. Main thing is our main girl Lena, where she gets this black outfit instead of her blue military outfit. It's black now, and then they kind of told her that, oh, she got demoted, so that's why she's wearing this black outfit, but it's cooler than her blue one. So yeah, I love her. She looking like an edgelord now. Like she kind of like wants to fight against the government and like help the 86ers, but the thing is like she can't really. So she's just like kind of like commanding another group. She's not part of the spearhead group anymore, but she's part of like this other group, and she's trying to like save them. So yeah, we see some new characters. And then yeah, Lena's just doing her thing. Hopefully she can figure it out as we progress through the season. The main thing is though is that like huge spoilers for 86 part 1. So yeah, skip past this part if you don't want to hear. We see like the cast of characters that died last season. Shin and his squad of like 4 or 5 people. They actually got rescued by this other country, and it's the country of Giad, who was like kind of like rumored to be like collapsed throughout the like machines that attacked them. But no, they're back. They actually have like society, stores, buildings, civilization, hospitals, and everything. So yeah, they rescued them, and then they like kind of see how badly they were treated. Like this country of Giad, like everyone has colored hair together. Like, they're not like segregated. So yeah, our main cast of characters gets adopted by like the president of the country, and I guess he's trying to save them, but they just want to go back to the front lines. They just want to fight. So yeah, it's like they kind of have to choose between a life of peace or a life of like fighting, maybe dying. So yeah, that's kind of cool. The main thing I don't like about this season though, we get introduced to a random lolly character. I think her name was like Frederica or some shit, but she adds nothing to the anime. Well, I bet she's gonna be important later, but now she's just super annoying, super tropey. There's still like a lot of like tropes in it though, so it's not like one of my favorite shows, but I really like the story, and I'm excited to see like how they're gonna like continue on. What are they gonna do? Since the first part of the season ended in kind of like this big kind of like depression cliffhanger, and now we're just like kind of like chilling, living in peace. And like our next goal is kind of unknown for now. What are we gonna do? So yeah, 86 part 2 goes on. I recommend this anime if you like kind of like action, story, military, cute anime tropes, I guess. Alright, and now we have Demon Slayer Infinite Train, episode 1. So this is the TV version of the movie. So I guess like the people who haven't seen the movie, they're like kind of like warming you up for season 2 of Demon Slayer. So yeah, this basically is like kind of a 6 episode recap season, I guess, of like the whole movie. The first episode's kind of like anime original though, which is kind of cool. Where we see kind of Ren Goku doing his thing, like before he went to the train. He kind of rescues them from like this other random train demon as well. So yeah, we see kind of like a prequel of like before the train, and now we see like oh he enters the train at the end of episode 1, eating all the food. So yeah, I mean I recommend the movie if you haven't seen the movie. Cause like the movie seemed like a perfect length, and this anime just like seems like kind of extra. So I recommend the movie over the anime. But if you love Demon Slayer, hey, why not watch both? Okay, now we have another isekai this season. The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. So yeah, long ass title, but basically this dude, he's like a cool old man assassin, and he finished his last job, so he's about to retire. And he has like this cool partner that he like kind of teaches. So yeah, him and her, they kind of like go on a plane together to get home. But then their assassin organization just like calls a hit on him. They're like, you can't quit in this job. So they kill him on the plane. They just blow his plane up, and yeah, he gets isekai into another world. The goddess is like, "Yo, I need you. I need your skills to kind of like kill this hero." So yeah, he's just reincarnated into another world. The thing is, like, there's a bunch of like cool like waifu assassins with him, and yeah, there's a bunch of cool like colored hair characters that just like troll him a lot. So yeah, the plot is kind of like nothing special, but like the music and action is like pretty decent. Animation's cool, so if you want to see like this dude and his harem hang out together, then maybe check it out. Also, we have My Senpai is Annoying. This is a pretty funny anime, pretty cool romance story. There's a bunch of taboos though. Workplace romance, first of all, no, but I guess it's okay sometimes, but it might get messy. I really like the anime so far, but there's kind of like some things. So, our main character, her name is Futaba, and she has like green hair. She's working in an office as like a salesperson. She's kind of 4 foot tall though. And then the gimmick is that her senpai, that's really annoying. He's like, he's like 6'5" or something. He's like 7 foot tall, this big ass dude, and his name is Takeda. So yeah, he just kind of trolls Futaba a lot, and yeah, this is the gimmick. Like they kind of like get close to each other, but the fact that she's like super short and he's super tall, she tries to be like mature and stuff, and he's like kind of like cleaning up her messes and teasing her and stuff. So it's like a lot of like kind of dynamics between them. There's some stuff in the anime I don't like where they're kind of like too physical, like Takeda giving her like head pats at the office. Like, come on, bro, you can't do that. But yeah, besides that, they get super close. Like, they get drunk together sometimes after like finishing up some hard work. Yeah, they kind of help and support each other. There's a bunch of cool office characters. I'm not really in love with this show, but it's like definitely very decent. So yeah, my senpai is annoying. So we got this like I guess realistic height she'd be like 4'9", and this dude would be like 6'5" maybe. So yeah, I hope their relationship works out. Maybe we will see. Also, we have this other interesting anime, Ski to Laika to Nosferatu. So the premise of the story is that there's this Russian anime vampire girl, and she's like an astronaut, and then she gets like assigned with this dude Lev, who's our main character, and then they kind of like have a relationship together, I guess, where they get like pretty close to each other. So yeah, I guess like their mission is to go to the moon together, and there's like some Cold War like elements to the like historical plotline in the story. So yeah, apparently vampires are real. There's this kind of cool tsundere vampire. She has like kind of like these elf ears too, but yeah, her name is Irina. Apparently vampires in this universe though, they don't drink blood and they don't like get dissolved in sunlight. So they're kind of just normal people, just with like kind of like facial quirks and red eyes. So yeah, the main thing is like they're tasked on a mission, the Nosferatu project, to like monitor this vampire girl and kind of like use her as a test to go to the moon together. So yeah, I guess like cool relationship between them. It's definitely unique. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but I like the romance so far. I like that we're in Russia, and there's a bunch of like cool like anime scientist characters like chilling in this astronaut base. All right, so that sums up like the animes that I really like this season. But besides that, we got some extra ones that I'll quickly go over. I've seen a bit of them. They're like okay, but I probably won't like finish watching them. So we have World's End Harem, which actually got canceled or postponed because it was like I guess too etchy for TV, too spicy. I was kind of disappointed. I needed some material, but I guess Mushoku Tensei will keep me satisfied for the horniness. It's in a world where like all the men population just got depleted, so he's like one of the last remaining men, and he kind of woke up from a cryogenic sleep, and all these women just want to like have his babies. But then he's like, no, I'm saving myself for this girl. I have to find her. So yeah, I wonder if how he's gonna avoid the sex. Also, we have World Trigger season 3. I'm probably not gonna watch this, but this is like a cool shonen anime. You know, I read a bunch of the manga in Shonen Jump, so it's definitely pretty decent. I don't even know what they're up to right now, but yeah, pretty solid shonen. Also, we have Banished from the Hero's Party. I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside. This is another isekai. It's kind of like so boring that I do not recommend it. It's like the slime, like I Kill Slimes for 300 Years anime, where like the isekai characters just chilling. It's also not really an isekai. It's like a fantasy because like, the main character, he's originally part of this world anyway. So yeah, random fantasy show that is pretty boring. We also have The Fruit of Evolution. So this is another isekai where like this dude and his whole class got isekai'd, and then the main dude got bullied. It's kind of boring too, but I guess it's kind of interesting because the main guy's like bullied and he's trying to discover himself. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna watch this, but hey, maybe you can. And now we have Sakugan. This is kind of like a cool like comedy adventure show. There's like mechas and people like living underground. It kind of reminds me of Gurren Lagann a little bit, but not really. So I'm interested in the show, but I might watch it like slowly because it seems to have some promise. Also, we have Deep Insanity, The Lost Child. This is also similar to Sakugan. It's also similar to like a Made in Abyss type of show. It's about like people in Antarctica, and then there's like this like underground like abyss that there's like demons coming out and attacking the earth. And then it's like people go down to the abyss to get resources. So it doesn't seem that good, but if you like kind of like the creepy abyss, people adventuring into big holes, then you know it seems okay. You also have Yashahime, Half Demon Princess, season 2. So yeah, there's a lot of like episodes in season 1, and it's like a cool adventure show. Definitely has the same Inuyasha vibes, but with female main characters. So I really like the premise, but I kind of got bored of it in season 1, mainly because like the action, the fight scenes were like pretty generic, pretty boring, and then like they kind of solved everything through the power of friendship. So yeah, besides that, I really like the characters though. So maybe I'll like plan to watch season 2. We also have Muv-Luv Alternative. So this is kind of like a mecha survival anime, and this is also like kind of like a story that inspired Attack on Titan. So yeah, it's like if you see episode 1, it's like very similar, where it's just like, oh, there's these like aliens coming from the moon attacking. So instead of Titans, they're aliens. And then yeah, they're just attacking people, they're bringing the walls down. And then yeah, the first episode is like very similar to episode 1 of Attack on Titan. Yeah, there's a lot of brutal stuff, a lot of death, but like watching it, it was kind of like boring. Animation wasn't like impressive at all. Unless you actually played any of the visual novels, you probably like not know too much about it. There was also like another anime based on this, like that came out in 2012, Muv-Luv Alternative Total Eclipse. You also have Selection Project. When I saw this title, I was like, that's kind of a strange title you got there. But no, it's kind of like an idol show. I'm not really watching it, but yeah, they're like picking idols in this selection project. Also, speaking of idol animes, we got Puraru Pride of Orange. So I thought this was gonna be a sports anime where girls just like play hockey, body each other, throw elbows. But it's kind of like a idol anime disguised as a sports anime. So yeah, these girls are playing hockey, but their main goal is to like after they beat their hockey opponents, they show off and sing. So it kind of like that seems kind of like bad manner. Like, oh, you beat them and how you like dance on their asses. But yeah, I guess cute girls like playing hockey and also singing. And there's a bunch of CGI, so yeah, this was like the biggest bait anime for me this season. Also, we have Let's Make a Mug 2, season 2. So this is like one of the most comfortable slice of life animes. I really love this anime. But yeah, this is basically Eurocamp, just like the episodes are half as long, and the characters are like making pottery instead of camping. So something about cute girls doing cute things genre that always gets me. Also, we have some continuation 2 cores from last season. We have the Aquatope on White Sand, which is pretty solid so far. Jahi-sama, which is kind of all of the same. We get a bunch of more new characters interacting in this reverse isekai. The comedy is still like the same as ever though. We also have Fena Pirate Princess that goes on, as well as Scarlet Nexus that has 26 episodes. So damn, like they're really going hard on the Scarlet Nexus anime. Also, there's all those other shonen animes going on, One Piece, Boruto. So yeah, a bunch of other shows, and yeah, that's it. We've wrapped up the beginning of the fall season. There's a couple shows that I probably missed, but overall, yeah, pretty cool season. It's definitely top heavy. There's a bunch of stacked shows. And I guess they're preparing for other stuff happening in the winter. There's Attack on Titan Part 2. There's Demon Slayer. But yeah, let's enjoy the fall season while it's still here.